Here are my everyday online tools that will help you grow a small business from your home or anywhere. So this is a list of the top online tools that I use to run my small business. Hello, if we haven't met before, my name is Michelle and welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. So let me ask, is this you? You're dabbling with the idea and starting your own small business from home or anywhere. And the whole process to you is starting to feel confusing and overwhelming. I get it. I completely understand because there's so many decisions that you have to make, and then you're scared that you're going to make the wrong decision. The list of decisions when you're starting out in a new business is endless. I know it is. I've been there and I've done that. You look at so many other people out there and then you're wondering, oh, well, do I start a blog? Do I start a blog? Should I start a podcast? Do I create a YouTube channel? Do I really need an email list? And how does that even work? How do people post all that social media content? You're feeling overwhelmed and frustrated and you have zero clue about what you're doing or what online tools you need to use to help you grow your small business from your home or from anywhere. So, hallelujah, you finally decided what tech to use only to get swayed to a new shiny app after watching a YouTube video. I know that I've done this in the past. I've spent hours of my time comparing all the different tools out there for months and trying to figure out which one was the best tool. There's so many options out there and you're trying out one thing after another new thing and you find yourself in full circle returning to what you originally started with to begin with. So instead of growing your business, you're stuck. Never really moving forward in your business because you're lacking that confidence to make a decision and just go with it. Does that sound like you? I get it. The fear of making the wrong decision regarding the best business tools for growing your online business, that's a real thing. And here's the big secret. I just decided and picked one. So here's a list of the online tech tools that I use to run my small business. However, I want to mention to you, if you already have tools that you're using right now that are working and you're happy with and you're familiar and you can run them, it may be best just to stay with those tools. But if there's something that you're using that just is not working for you, then yeah, you might need to find something different. So let's get into our list, okay? WordPress for my website. When I started my small business in 2016, I decided I was in it for the long haul. Therefore, I focused my marketing energy on the long game strategy. At the time, WordPress was the most popular choice for bloggers, making it the best tool for growing an online business that was focused on long game or long-term marketing. Since I made that one decision that my marketing strategy was going to be for long-term and I would be doing long-term marketing tactics, that strategy is what actually guides my decisions on the tech tools that I use and that I actually implement in my business. So WordPress for my website was the first online tool, the very first online tool that I invested in to grow my business from my home. Clickup for my project management, because I quickly discovered that I had to find a way to manage all the projects and tasks to grow my small business from my home. Not only my tasks, but the clients that I were managing as well. I needed some place to make sure that I had enough time to do everything that I said I was going to be able to do. I did not start with Clickup as my project management software. Actually, it wasn't my second either. It was my third. And I spent so much time and energy trying to get the perfect project management software. This is why I can speak to if you have a software, just stay with And I can say that it all boils down to this. It was the fear of missing out. And it was a massive factor in my hopping from one application to the other. As a service provider, I was constantly getting swayed to try the shiny project management software that my peers were all raving about on social media. And I finally had to draw a line in the sand and make a decision and commit to the decision that I made that was best for me. I had to commit to my decision if I wanted my business to succeed. But why does this matter to me? It's because the success of my business allows me to be at home and put my family first and foremost. I had to stop wasting my valuable time and energy comparing project management software. Do I miss flying unicorns? Yes, 100%. Yes, flying unicorns make me happy. But the bottom line, as a business owner, I needed to trust my decision-making process and stick with that decision that I made. Flowdesk for my email service provider or for my email marketing. So what else do you need for tech tools in long game marketing? And to grow a small business from your home? An email list. No, email is not dead. I read my email every day. I'm guessing you probably do too. An email service provider like Flowdesk allows you to create and send beautiful emails to your list. Yes, I like pretty emails. And that was why I decided, me personally, on Flowdesk. I do want to say that since Flowdesk did not pop onto the email service market scene until like 2018, I began with MailChimp. MailChimp is a great free email service provider to start email marketing. However, I do want to say if I had to do it over again, I would have invested in an email service provider right away. Do you want to know why that is? Because it really sucks. It sucks to move all of your free opt-ins, workflow, and email lists over to a different service provider. And with all the regulations around email marketing, it is essential to have an excellent email service provider to make sure that you are following all the rules. Grammarly. So despite what you think, selecting blogging as my core content marketing strategy was not because I loved writing or was brilliant at writing. Nope, not at all. Hence, Grammarly was a tech tool I quickly invested in to grow my small business from home. So I recommend Grammarly as a top online tool to you also if you run your small business and you do not love writing and you struggle with it. It is so very helpful. Canva, graphics, images, design, yada, yada, yada. In any and all cases, all the design creation can be very time-consuming and frustrating. And Canva makes this so simple. Yes, if you're familiar with Photoshop, go ahead and use that product. But I was not, so it was not the best choice for me and my online business with where I wanted to actually spend my time. Okay, and while you can use this online tool for free, I encourage you to budget yearly for the Pro subscription to grow a small business from your home. Let me elaborate because I speak from experience here. I resisted so hard investing in the paid version of Canva because in my mind it was too expensive. Guess what happened? Instead of my money, I invested my time. You either pay for things with your time or you pay for them with money. Either or, we all get to pick which we choose. So let me see what I could have been doing with my time instead of recreating images manually. what else could I do with my time instead of recreating images manually? You guessed it, getting paid from clients. Oh, friend, this is a trap that I fell into, and I often find many new online entrepreneurs, heck, even six-figure business owners, fall into this as well. They put more value on money than their own time. And stay with me now. Please don't make the same mistake I did. I did not step back to look at the big picture. I only saw dollar signs going out of my business. What I didn't get was I was saying no to investing in the online tools that would make my job easier and quicker. That means I was saying yes to working longer and working harder because we really only have so much time in the day. Does this mean I want you to go out and buy a ton of tools? No, I think you can do things little by little as you're able to, but when you're actually focusing on your clients and what their needs are, that helps so much with the growth of your business and where you spend your time. Here's what I mean. If I had invested the $100 in Canva immediately, it would have opened up my time to bring on another client. And I can guarantee that would have been more than the $100 that I was so worried about investing in Canva. So what's actually necessary? Friend, there's so many options when deciding what apps to use in your business. Wherever you turn, you're reading about this shiny something, high price tech that you must have to grow your business. What's the right tech to grow a small business from your home? That's a great question. Now, this may not be the popular opinion. There really is no right or wrong answer. You have to figure it out for yourself. Believe whatever you decide to implement is the best tool to grow your business. Once I figured out that the most essential tool of all in my business was simply trusting my gut, that if it was the right tool for me or not. Yes, it is actually your decision making, and sticking to power is one of the best tools that you can have in your small business and growing your small business. Use this information, but trust yourself to make the best decision for your business, for where you're at and what you're comfortable with. WordPress, Clickup, Flowdesk, Grammarly, and Canva. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll see you back here next week. And as always, the link to work with me is down below. Thank you.